Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So in this video we have with us the 2025 Mercedes-Benz GLS 450 diesel, which has a very attractive AMG line kit attached to it. And this is going to be a driver focused driving review, and we are going to discuss things like the platform this car rides on, the engine and the driving performance, ride, and also the handling. So without wasting any time, let's get along with this video. So the GLS is based on the MHA platform, which was developed during the new generation GLE. But the GLS is having the stretched version of that platform. And the flexibility of this platform is what makes this platform special and adaptable, wherein the GLS can incorporate that same platform what the GLE was using. And the packaging allows this platform to have a great amount of space, especially for those last two seats behind, and a very versatile engine range and also hybridization. So before we discuss about this diesel engine, I have seen a few GLS 450 diesel reviews by the Indian media. And a lot of, maybe all of them are very, very happy and praising the diesels, suddenly talking good about diesels. Mind you, these are the same guys who used to abuse diesels when they were reviewing the EV cars. These are the same guys who used to talk shit and bad about diesels and talking great about saving the planet, and that is the reason you should buy EV cars, and they were talking bad about diesels. So now they are suddenly talking great about diesels. I think they should not have the right to talk great about diesels. At the same time, praising EVs and trying to sell EVs on the fact that the EVs are green and all of that, and making you feel guilty when you buy a diesel and making you understand why you should buy an EV, and not talking about anything else. I have done EVs, but I always talk about the fun factor of EVs. I never sell or talk positive about the EV just because they are actually a green technology. So yeah, this is something which I thought I should call out. And now let's get back to our subject, the GLS 450d AMG line. The engine displacement has also increased in this version of the OM656. The torque, 750 Newton meters. This engine feels boundless. Sounds extremely good. Whoa. Considering the size of the GLS, yeah, downshifts, someone suddenly braking here. It's crazy. I'm telling you, the way the car accelerates for the size of the GLS, it is something you have to feel it, drive it, and experience it. 0 to 100, 6.1 doesn't sound very, very fast. But yeah, it does make you feel like you're driving a freight train. And also the way it is absorbing fuel, it makes you feel that the fuel is very thick. It's swallowing that thick diesel and giving you great amount of refinement, and thick in a good way. Thick fuel, velvety refinement. that is what this OM656 updated version is all about. Whew, the torque, it feels extraordinarily effortless and almost gravitational in the way it pulls. To be honest, yes, this is Mercedes' most powerful diesel engine on sale. It might be the most powerful diesel engine on sale in India as well. Some more details, technical details about the engine are that it's having a combination of aluminum and steel. So the block is an aluminum block, which helps in maintaining the weight, and as we know, aluminum is lighter, but the pistons are steel. And something special is that this combination with the steel pistons, it probably makes it more robust. At the same time, the heat generation of the steel is lower than that while of aluminum. In addition to all this diesel engine is now supported by mild hybridization, and this supports the engine during startup as well as during acceleration and coasting. Definitely adds to the fuel range and also the fuel economy numbers, and also the emissions, which we will discuss by the end of the video, just before the conclusion. Right now we are in comfort mode, so let's talk about ride quality. Not that we can actually go into sport mode, but that's a different topic. Yeah, so the ride quality. This is an absolute factory fresh car. When I got the car, it was about under 300 kilometers, 200 odd kilometers on the odometer. Why they did not reduce the tire pressure during the PDI? However, I had to do it myself. And right now I've dropped the tire pressures under 40 psi, and the ride quality has improved dramatically. Previously it was still good, but the ride felt a bit choppy because of the high pressures. And these are Mercedes original tires, these are Continentals. We have very, very thick tires at the back, 315 spec tires, and I believe the Lamborghini Urus also uses 315s at the back. So thick tire pressure, thick tires contributing to a very, very good stance, as well as substantial cushioning in the ride department. Definitely the suspension, which is airmatic air suspension, is another contributing factor to a very joyous ride. If you remember, I had done the video of the GLS when it was new back in 2020. This is the facelift version. That time I had used the word lordly, Lordly, for the GLS, the character, the way it rides and feels. It continues to feel lordly, and there is a reason there is no sport mode. I don't complain entirely there is no sport mode, because the engine always feels enthusiastic in comfort mode. Eco mode is a little mellow, but yeah, comfort is what this car is all about. So now coming to the handling, and I would like to say something which the media personnel largely have skipped talking about. They have talked about this version of the AMG line treatment, what Mercedes has given to the GLS is a cosmetic upgrade. But I interestingly noticed one thing, that the brakes are also sort of an upgrade, because in the regular GLS 450d, the non-AMG line, the non-AMG kit version does not have slotted rotors, and the AMG line does have a slotted AMG line rotors. So this is something, a definite upgrade in the braking department, which enables this car's handling performance with better braking ability, which again the conventional media has forgotten to talk about, I believe. So it's not all good news. There are some shortcomings. For instance, head-up display is missing. At this price point, I would have loved and HUD. Also, the price has gone up substantially. I believe 40% since the pre-facelift got launched back in 2020. And another shortcoming, I would say, is the refinement. Well, that is a very good thing, having a refined engine. But when you buy the diesel, you are surely buying the diesel for its long range, for the torque, and also for the fuel efficiency. But you also do buy the diesels for its grunt and the clatter, which is missing in this. And sometimes you really don't feel like you're driving a diesel, and that may not be a good thing. However, the party trick is its emissions, because this 450 diesel reports a combined carbon dioxide emissions of only 237 grams per kilometer, which is almost 6% lower than its GLS 450 petrol counterpart. And that sends a very, very strong message to the anti-diesel cabal out there. And on that note, thank you for watching.